requirements in terms of funding or technology that we do need for transforming agriculture. I was in Baku and had a detailed discussion with different professionals across the world who are working on NDC document, and it was realized that we need to focus it not merely from the perspective of agriculture, rather through the angle of the food system. So in this NDC, we are looking the inputs from different development partners as well as government, federal entities, academia, civil society, with the lens of the food systems approach. The food systems approach, as I already mentioned, it not only takes into account the production processes, but also the value chain and also the nutritive value, because the ultimate goal of the agriculture is to ensure food security. So this is a paradigm shift that we are expecting in this NDC in terms of that. And then I'm a researcher, I'm a scientist working on different things, but these documents are political documents. We must recognize these things. So at the end, it's the political will that defines the tilt of a document. And that tilt may be mitigation centered, or it may be the adaptation centered. Our first NDC talked about 20% reduction in emissions. There was least discussion of adaptation. The second was again more ambitious, but there was talk about the adaptation. But over time, in the last 3 or 4 years, when we are expecting almost 3 to 4 extreme events every year, and we are facing heavy losses to our economy, especially to agriculture, we cannot close our eyes from mentioning of adaptation into the NDC. So in this NDC, we will be focusing agriculture again with the lens of providing the food security, because just a couple of minutes before I showed you a slide which says that 44.9% population is insecure. So we will be talking about climate resilient crops, improved water management, and integrated livestock management. And there will also be mention of mitigation. 2 parallel committees, one on mitigation and one on adaptation, are working. ADP is also part of both the activities. So in mitigation, we are mentioning reducing methane and nitrous oxide emissions, agroforestry and carbon sequestration, sustainable soils and water management. These are the 3 areas that you will see being reflected in the NDC3 document, which will be surfaced in the coming months. But for doing all these interventions, we require a policy support and financial support too. These things are not implementable until and unless the new technologies, new finances, high finances are there to implement it. I was just reading a study last year which said that around only 14% of our farming community have access to climate resilient techniques. And there are more than 40% of the land in Pakistan which is still unprotected from early warning systems and all sorts of farmer advisories. So this is a huge challenge that we need to reflect into it. So these are my thoughts. And I will end my presentation saying that NDC3 provides us an opportunity to see a transformation in agriculture with the lens of not only building resilience but also with the perspective of reducing emissions through climate smart agriculture. Again, saying that ADB is doing a wonderful job, and I'm really happy. Not only methane, but nitrogen is also on the agenda. We will try to include the methane roadmap in the NDC as well as the nitrogen roadmap into the NDC3 governance. With this, thank you very much.